what's next? I'm going to plan on changing my channel up a bit. I really appreciate all the people who watch my videos. I'm amazed sometimes when I look and see that, 2 and sometimes 10 more people watch my videos. And I honestly just produce my videos because there are things that I want to talk to myself about in the future, things that I can kind of mull over. And that's what the original idea was. And I put them out into the world so that others, if they happen to find them, can comment and maybe spike my interest in something else or change my mind about something. Because I really believe that challenging my belief system really has helped me grow spiritually, helped me grow intellectually, helped me grow as a person. So I used to be, I still am a people pleaser, but I'm getting better at it. So I'm learning to listen to people and realizing that sometimes when people judge you, it's their own inner self trying to send a message to them. And they're using someone else as an example. And Scotty Roberts, great guy, he was mentioning that Jung says the critique we have of other people is actually the things that we don't like about ourselves. And that's something that I have been mulling around with, and like, wow, a confirmation of something that I've learned myself. So it's nice when you hear, people that you trust, and then people from history, intellectuals, who bring up ideas that you have been mulling over. And I might have heard it because I did study Jung, I did study Freud, I took introductory to psychology. I'm a biologist, so I studied psychology. I studied animal psychology and human psychology. I just, in college I had multiple subjects because I was interested in different things. I wanted to expand my horizons, sort of thing. That's always how I've been. So back to being a people pleaser, and when someone critiques you, you have to learn not to take it personal, but just to listen with compassion. Because when you listen with compassion, you learn about them and you learn about yourself by being quiet, and you see how the situation progresses. And how it affects you also indicates something about yourself. If something affects you, it means there's something that you have found true about it and you need to address it. It might be misinformation that you're giving yourself. It might be partially true and you can deal with it. It might be completely true and you can have trouble dealing with it. But all these things, we're always trying to evolve ourselves, evolve our personality to be better. And if you're an aware person, you're aware of your personality and you want to work harder on it. And this is how it is. So, being an aware person, I've taken the YouTube Influencer Challenge on Facebook, which is weird, a Facebook group, which was for 10 days, and it ended, I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. I think it ended on Wednesday and today's Thursday, so I think there's another one. They keep extending it. It's one of those marketing things where they get you interested, and they have a program and they get you invested in it. They get you psychologically invested, so then they want to get you monetarily invested. I'm sure they're really good people. I'm sure they give a really great program. But I think it's aimed towards people who take baby steps, people who need a constant encouragement to proceed along the line. I'm terribly goal-oriented. I set a goal for myself and I need to achieve it. Like this thing I'm doing with this, I do walks. I do at least 2 hours of walk a day, and if I get an hour and 45 minutes, well, I force myself. I cannot go to bed unless I get that last 15 minutes in. Unless I achieve those, it's 1,400 steps a day. And the 1,400 steps a day, I want to do at least 100,000 steps a week, and just things. I make these goals for myself. So this YouTube Influencer Challenge, you know, it costs something like, the whole course probably costs $1,200. But once you're invested, you know, you do is $100 a month for 12 months, blah, blah, blah. I can't afford it, for one thing. For another thing, I don't think it's aimed towards me, because I get really sick of the sugarcoating. I want to get to the quick. I don't want to spend an hour learning something and then just to find 5 minutes of solid information. But like I said, I did attend each of the twice a day courses. I did learn important information, and one of them is that the quality of the camera itself, which I'm using my cell phone, is not as important as the quality of the content you produce. The number of videos, I'm producing one a day, is not as important if you produce 1 or 2 quality videos a week. And their idea was that you don't want to get burned out. Well, because I keep myself to 5 or 10 minutes a day and have, you know, 1 video a day, I find it easy. But I understand the burnout factor. And my channel's a little different, where I'm just mostly talking to my future self and others who might have similar ideas or even better critiques of my thought process. So, trying to say is I'm thinking about doing 1 or 2 videos a week. I'm thinking about starting it January. I keep saying January. I started this channel on January 1st just to do 1 a day I was hoping for at least 6 months. But I'm thinking of pushing it to June 1st, just doing 1 or 2 videos a week, where I'd spend time working on each video, editing it, you know, working on the thumbnail, which I've also started creating thumbnails for my videos, which I didn't think would be that great, but I am enjoying it. I mean, my thumbnails are not that great. I agree. I know they're not stellar, but I see other pictures that I can combine and say, hey, I can make that into a really cool thumbnail, and then try to pigeonhole it into one of my videos. And it's just, I'm enjoying that aspect of things. So I might push myself to stop filming a video a day, push myself to pick a subject which I will work on for 1 week, and then edit during the week, make a thumbnail, and then push out a video and make it, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Try to keep it down to something easily digestible by a normal person, and be happy with that, and try to pick a subject and really do some quality stuff, because I do have a nice camera. I just have to get it out. I mean, I have a camera, I have a gimbal, I have some microphones, because I was always planning on producing better quality videos. It's always been my plan. It's just, well, having the phone is always with me, and I like this phone. And the phone every so often will just shut down and cut off the video, but I can edit together a good end part and be happy with it. Outro is what I wanted to say. And, you know, my intro and my outro being the same kind of helps. And I created just so that I can't pigeon myself into a simple, you know, theme of videos. I basically want to get myself into expanding my horizons and, you know, just kind of having anything. I can pick up anything. That's one thing they want, you know, the YouTuber challenge was basically telling you to pick a niche. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pick a niche. I want to have fun. This is my hobby. But I do want to make it better, not to make money. I've always been the idea that I have a job, although it ends tomorrow. I still have a job because the consulting company still will keep me on, because the wonderful government has subsidized them to keep on people who have been furloughed. That's fine. I have a job for a little while at least. But I want to make these videos to improve, to help people. That's all I really want to do. The monetary gains I get are spiritual, and I really want to do that. And if I can educate people, if I can find a way of finding a niche that educates people, that's what I want to do, and that makes me happy. I'm feeling really good about saying this. So if you're watching this video, if you got this far into it, 10.5 minutes, and you say, okay, maybe I will subscribe to this weirdo, see what he produces. Because I mean, if you subscribe and get notifications when I go live or when I produce, oh boy, go live. I'm not planning on going live yet, but if in the future, let's just say, if someday I can get to 100 subs, that should be enough. I will do a go live and I will do card readings, because I have not done card readings in a long time, and I was very good at it. Although these cards aren't produced anymore, and I only have a couple of sets, so it's okay. I mean, I can learn another kind of cards. I don't do tarot. I do something totally different, but that's what I enjoyed. And the cards are really not what do the readings. It's the reader themselves who use the cards as a tool, but that's not a point. The day I get 100 subs, I'll decide I'll do a reading for people. If you got this far, if you actually got this far, know that I'm still going to produce at least 1 or 2 videos a week. I'm still going to do this all till the end of the year, which is basically going to be another 9 or 10 days to the end of the year, to the end of the month. Just not good at this talking thing, but at the end of the month I'm going to do one a day. And after that, when June 1st hits, I'm going to choose a day to produce once a week. And if I need to, because I produce too much content, I'll do twice a week. And if you have any comments, I welcome them. If you have any critiques, I welcome them. End of the day, just try to be good to each other, but mostly be good to yourself, and find a way to improve the world you live in. What's next?